What's good? It's your boy Steve.
It's your boy Sheldon.
And we are here with our second official episode of the Slow It Down podcast.
Yep, number 2, Slow It Down.
Number two, man. I'm excited today. I've been excited all week to record, just to get into this rhythm. Start recording multiple times a week. This feels good, man. I feel good. How you feeling?
I feel good, man. It's number 2. Number 2 is gonna be good. I just got a good feeling. Kobe came in 2006 versus Toronto. He's about to drop 81.
Yeah, this was the day of, right?
She might drop 81.
Might drop 81 tonight.
Who knows?
I don't know. But today we are bringing you a special guest, one of my favorite people in the whole world.
Yes, sir.
My boy Jeff, Mr. Lubin. Yes. How you doing today, man?
I'm good, bro. I'm good. Good to be here, man. I'm glad you actually asked me to come out because I wasn't doing nothing. So this is a good look right now. Thank you.
I'm happy you came out, man.
Definitely, man. Definitely glad to have you on the pod.
Yeah, so how's everything? How you doing? You want to just tell the people a little bit about yourself?
All right. So how we met is funny because you my day one. Because how we started off doing the whole teaching fellows or whatever, and we actually found a job together, and we actually started working, and we here together, and that's how we are right now. You know what I'm saying? So it's good to be here, and I don't know what else you want me to say in general. Like,
now, I wanted to bring you on the show because you're older than me, but you look like my damn age. Like, I wish I could look like you when I'm your age. By the way, he's like 55. He gonna tell you
55.
He gonna tell you he like 35, but he's really 55. But yeah, I met you in the summertime, and it was cool. It was good vibes. A couple years ago, like 3 years ago, right?
Yeah, sure was.
It was good vibes. And then we started working together.
Yeah. So we met during the summer, and we started working during the summer together. And how it all popped off was like we actually did an interview together. Yeah. And that's the first time I actually did an interview with somebody.
Like
it was
a
weird.
co-interview, yeah.
It was a co-interview. Yeah. Like we was like, it was weird because like we were actually giving each other high fives and we just looked excited or whatever. We actually found a job together. And
we was lying because I was not excited to be there. We was in a job fair. I wasn't excited.
Keep it real with you. Like the reason why I'm still where I'm at right now is because of you. To be honest.
You just.
You
got me in my fat. You got me in my bag right now, dog.
No, real talk. Because
it's always love, bro.
Because like right now we're thinking about moving or whatever, and I do not want to leave the Bronx. As much crap I talk about the Bronx or whatever, I am not trying to leave.
Oh, yeah, tell them where you from, because you was talking shit.
You have to be more specific, because like
I don't know where you from. Cause you from Brooklyn or you from Queens?
I'm from Brooklyn.
All
like
right.
I was raised in Brooklyn. I lived 20 plus years in Brooklyn, but when I decided to live out in Queens is when I decided to live with my girl. So we've been living together for a while. So like if you ask me, I'm from Brooklyn. Like I would tattoo Brooklyn on my back before I put Queens or anything on that like that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so
I felt that.
But
I definitely felt that.
Yeah, but I ain't repping no Queens and nothing like that. But I'm still so our situation. What we saying like we trying to move. So. We looking actually to stay in the Westchester area. Okay. Just so I can work in the Bronx too.
It's cool, not too far, a little cool drive, right?
Yeah. That's dope. Yeah, I would hope that you stay working here. Yeah. It's dope.
For sure.
You gonna say something, bro?
I was gonna say, yeah, man, same thing. Like y'all came in, we started working together, and like it was like a instant click. I saw y'all, like during orientation. I was like, what's good, bro? It was like, what up? And then we start clicking from there.
Yeah, for sure. It's always good vibes, man. Like, sometimes when you make, like, friendships, like, it's going to last long. Like, people just click with you. That's definitely how it is.
It's funny because, like, the people that we met, like, when we first started working, it was, like, you, me, Centum, and the other dude. I forget his name off the top of my head, but...
Gomez. Or
That's his name?
Gamez.
It's Gamez.
Yeah.
His name was Gamez, but I felt like we was just close, like, me and Centum. Yeah, shout out to Centum, yo. Where's she at?
Shout out to Centum. Shout out to Centum. She probably gonna be the next episode.
I hope so.
Yes. Next episode, yeah.
All right, cool.
Or the one after.
I'm gonna drag her on here.
Or the one after. Who knows?
But yeah, man, how you guys doing during this pandemic, man? This is going on for a year now.
That's crazy.
Literally a year. I think today was last year was the first day that we had a case in the U.S.
Wow.
So that pandemic didn't start at the time, but
COVID-19.
So how you guys dealing with this, man?
You asking me? Or?
Yeah. I mean, this is definitely it's definitely a big change the way we live life. Like last year around this time, I didn't know what a Zoom was. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody said Zoom, you think about a car passing by you. You know what I mean? Now as soon as you hear the word Zoom, you associate that with like teaching or like, you doing a video call with somebody. But definitely like life's changed. Like, even like the thing of like wearing masks. You know what I mean? If you don't wear a mask, it's like what are you doing? Yep. And I remember last year, like around this time, definitely leading into February, March, like if you coughed, like you felt sick. It was like, yo, it was like you coughed, you just felt sick. It's like, yo, what's going on with me? Even though you good, it was just the thing. It was like, what's going on with me? You felt like, yo, like something's gonna happen to you.
It's that paranoid effect.
Yeah, man. So it was just like that was
like
just
holding your coughs and shit. Like,
right.
Somebody look at you twisted. You like, damn, bro, I don't got it. But how you doing, Lubin?
Yo, it's funny because like when the whole COVID situation first hit, like I was actually kind of excited that I was gonna be home. You know what I'm saying? But because the thing is, like at that point, you don't know how long you're gonna be home. So,
thinking like a week off.
Yeah, you like
maybe like a couple days.
You know what I'm saying? Yo, I'm chilling until spring break. After spring break, we good. But like weeks.
Oh no, we even lost spring break.
Yeah, we sure did.
Yeah,
so like days turn to weeks, week turns to months, and like right now, like it's crazy because like so what just recently happened was like I've been home to the point where like I've been doing the same routine over and over and over again, and like the most of that I do in general, like I'm basically in my kitchen, and I'm in my kitchen every day, and it's to the point where like I can't even be in my kitchen, I can't even be in my crib
cooking up.
Yo, so like recently, I looked at my fiance or whatever. And I'm like, yo, I threw out the word fiance. Yeah, that's something new. Just
drop the F word.
That's the first time I actually just said that fiance.
How'd that feel?
Wow,
feel good about that?
All right. So I looked at her. I was like, well, we had a whole conversation, and she was feeling the same exact way. She was like, yo, like, how about we just go somewhere? And I'm like, all right, fine, cool, let's do something. So we ended up renting out doing Airbnb. We rented out a crib out in Philly, and we was out there for a couple of days. And just being in a different location actually kind of helped out.
That's dope. That's dope. And it's not even like you're not breaking your pockets.
No, right, it wasn't bad at all. It wasn't bad at all. And we was out there for a week, and she had family out there, so we went out there. We was with our family, whatever.
We've been working from home basically a year now, right? And it's like it's hard to differentiate between work and home because everything is in one spot.
Yo, it's crazy because it's like you wake up and you in the same location every day.
Yes. It's
and
like,
it's
damn,
to the point
man,
where
I can't
like
even...
when you done, you looking like I don't want to be here no more. I'm not trying to be in the kitchen.
That's a shitty mindset to have because it's like I don't want to be home anymore.
No, it's crazy because like I actually understood why dogs need walks. You know what I'm saying?
Wow, I never heard that.
Cause like
I never heard that phrase before.
Think about it. Like dogs need to go outside and they gotta handle their business. And like you done with work, and I'm like, yo, I need to be outside. And I'm like, yo, now I actually understand why dogs feel like how they do when they trying to do what they need to do.
For sure. Definitely need like that time away. I'm glad you took the trip to Philly. I need to take a trip, man.
Where you trying to go?
Anywhere.
He said anywhere.
Yo, I'd be so hyped to go to Target.
My God.
If y'all into Target, if y'all like grown where y'all have your own apartment or whatever, Target's like the best place to be.
Nah,
it's literally my favorite place to be in the whole world, bro. I love Target. I don't buy shit half the time, but I just be in there like. Yo,
the thing is, like, when I go to Target, like you end up like trying to buy one thing and you leave with like 20 things that you didn't try to buy in the first place. Yeah. And you're like, oh, how did I end up spending all this money at Target? Yeah, but it's kind of like, well, where I live in Queens. And I'm like, I guess I live close to the mall or whatever. So I have all those locations. I have Costco. They actually just opened up an IKEA by me. Damn. I have Target. I have all that other stuff. So it's kind of like walking distance.
I'm about to move to Queens. Queens sounds like
where's that? I've been telling you about Queens for long.
Hey, ain't nobody going to Queens, man. Fuck
alright. That's how I feel about myself.
You hear though?
Yeah, I know.
Hey, you here in the Bronx? Right?
I am here in the Bronx.
Oh, man.
Nah, but you mentioned you have a fiance, man. How's that? How was that process?
Just
talk about it.
I mean, I'll talk about it.
Go ahead, man.
Wait, hold on. She gonna listen. So
yeah, she is gonna listen.
So talk about it.
I love you.
Put that lovey-dovey stuff in there.
All these years, I still love you. Don't worry about it. Don't listen to them. But yeah, I recently proposed to her, whatever. And how it happened was, it was kind of like COVID was like one of the like I sat there and really thought about it, and we were like literally together like 24/7. And I recently helped my boy who actually is going through a divorce. The thing about COVID is funny because like anyone in a relationship, it's either you breaking up or you proposing, or like it's like if you are, how can I say, like if you are in a relationship, it kind of speeds the whole process. But I've been in a relationship with her for the longest. You know what I'm saying? So like just being around her 24/7, it made me realize like, yo, like she's the one. You know what I'm saying?
So you said like, I mean, so you would say like that was the like moment, like COVID was your moment, because like actually, you know, a lot of people had like divorces during this time period.
Absolutely.
I think the
So
percentages
COVID
were
was like
crazy
your
with divorce.
moment of saying like, you know, being with her, locked up with this person.
No, it's crazy because like I knew it was gonna happen, but COVID made me realize like, yo, she is the exact one that like she's the one. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And like I asked advice from my other boys. Like they're a little bit older than me, so like since I'm older than you guys,
60? Because you're like 55 and a half. Like,
shut up. But like I have friends that are older than me, and like they all either married, they all in like they have kids and stuff like that. And it's funny because they all give me the same advice to be like, yo, listen, don't listen to anybody. Know when you ready. Know when it's time for you. You know what I'm saying? When you know it's ready, when it's time, then you do it. Do it on your own pace. Don't listen to anybody else. You know what I'm saying? So when it happened, like I knew at that moment it was gonna happen, and I wasn't the only one that was going through the process. So it was just me and my boy at the same time, because like he wanted to do the same thing as well, and we sat there and we planned together, and it just ended up happening.
No, that's cool, man.
Right.
Yeah.
That's cool.
so yeah, that's actually kind of dope. That you're actually not doing it by yourself, but you have, like you said, like you had a friend that was planning with you at the same time. That's pretty good.
Yeah, so like the whole planning it out, the whole doing it, like figuring out like when you gonna do it, the whole trying to figure out how much you're trying to spend. Like, listen, if you guys need help, bro, I'll help you out because I know nothing, bro. Like, it's not as easy as it looks, bro. Like, seriously.
Wait, so like, what was that like
What was the
process for you?
Yeah,
Like, so like, yeah, was it like, all right, bet, like you figured out it was a moment, it was a time, like what's the next thing for you? Like you got the ring.
Yeah, 'cause I feel like
how did you go about planning that? Like, you know, was it like a date? Like, you know, was it like
the whole planning process? I didn't do it by myself. Like, I'm not gonna give credit because I know her, so I know what she wanted in general. But like, as far as like what she wanted for the ring, like trying to figure out how much you trying to spend and all that other stuff, it's a headache, bro. Like, it is a lot of process into it. You know what I'm saying? Like, my cousin recently proposed to his girl or whatever, and I literally went up to him like, yo, bro, like, how much you put on that ring? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the first thing you ask. Like, how much you... Because rings ain't cheap, bro.
That's a good question. I don't mean to cut you off. But what's a good price, do you think? Because we're average consumers. We're
what I was
people.
told? It's 3 months of your yearly salary.
That's a lot of money.
That's what I was told. 3 months of your year.
It's only like $10
3 months of your yearly salary.
Wait, the jeweler told you that?
Who?
The
who
jeweler?
told
The jeweler told you that?
No.
Who made this rule?
My cousin told me. He's
Your
like,
cousin told you.
Y'all lying. Your cousin
I'm
lying.
dead ass. I'm dead. He told me it's 3 months of your yearly salary, and I'm like, yo, bro, do you understand like how much money you spending, how much money you put into the situation? Like, you got bills to pay. Like, they ain't that serious. You know what I'm saying? So, the funny thing is, COVID actually helped because that was my time with me saving. Like, I was saving crazy. I wasn't going nowhere. Where was I going? I wasn't buying no lunch. I wasn't spending no Metro cards and nothing like that. I was home. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I literally saved up. You know what I'm saying? But that's what I was told. But as far as what she actually wanted, I mean, it was all like I wasn't gonna actually ask her anything like that. So I asked one of her close friends, and she's the one that fished me all the information to get what she actually wanted.
Wait, but go back to like so you got the ring, whatever. 3 months saved up, you got the ring. Like, what was like the next like steps for you?
What was it like picking out the ring? I know you said you know her and you know her tastes and likes and all that, but like,
I mean,
it was
a process, bro. So I had the information. I knew what she actually wanted, so I got the info. And the thing is now, like, you got to figure out, like, where you going to go. And it just so happened that my coworker just recently proposed, and you, I mean, I don't want to put her name out, but we work with her. I'm saying a coworker that she is actually engaged and she getting married or whatever. And she was talking about it, and I was like, huh?
Who got engaged?
You don't know?
I don't know. I don't know nothing.
I think I know someone.
She teach English.
No.
Oh, she's like,
I know you someone.
Go
ahead, bro.
I don't fucking know.
Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, so I went up to her, and it just so happened
bro.
she was talking about it, and I'm like, yo, share the info, like what you do, how did you do it? And she gave me the info, and I took whatever information she had, and she passed it to me, and I literally went to the jeweler. I was like, yo, look, this is how much I'm spending. This is my max. This is my min. Let me know what's going on right now. You know what I'm saying? And she actually helped me out a lot. She made whatever. I mean, the thing is, like, she made the ring from scratch, or whatever.
Custom.
It was custom.
Custom alert.
Money team.
Bro, we ain't making that much, man.
I don't know. You don't gotta tell everybody we're not making that much. Shit.
Girl, I'm on minimum wage. Take this 3 months.
Bro,
I'll play with you.
3 months. It's like $1,000.
but like the person that she hooked me up with helped me out a lot or whatever, and it just happened. Like the whole thing is, it's like a process, like getting the ring, trying to figure out when you gonna do it, how you gonna do it. I'm saying, like, it's a headache. But the thing is, like, after you do it and once it's done, it's like, all right, like, it's like you feel like weight off your shoulders. You good. You know what I'm saying?
So, all right, bet. So you got the ring now. Like, what's that next thing? You say you hit her friend up, right? And
yeah, so
and like, what was that?
Like, no, so she's the one that, thank God for her, because she's the one that told me, like, what she actually wanted, her ring size and all that. And like, I told her, I was like, yo, if I have any questions, I'm gonna hit you up, and she's the one that helped me out. Yo, listen, always keep close to your other spouses or girlfriends, friends, or whatever. Yeah. The ones that they close to, they're the ones that's gonna help you out if you in situations like that. You know
that's definitely some good advice.
Yeah.
So like, all right, so she helped you out with the stuff, and then you just proposed to her. Yeah.
You sound like you're trying to get married too.
No, it's funny.
I'm just asking. I'm just curious.
It's funny because people were asking me, and it's the same kind of questions I was asking other people. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So how did I do it? So like I have friends that like they are the whole, like, they do the whole show where they take pictures, they on Instagram and all that. Right. The thing is, like, you gotta know your girl. Like, you gotta know what she want. You know what I'm saying? Like, I knew she wanted something intimate, something close. But the thing is, like, we've been home COVID this whole time, so it's like, I guess we gonna.
So how did you propose to her?
Yo, everything happened by luck, bro. Because at that moment, it really did. Bro. Because at the last moment, all right. So first off, I didn't even know when I was gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? So first off, I was like, yo, let me do it when I graduate. I thought I was gonna have a graduation. That didn't happen. So I was like, yo, cut that off. COVID hit. Boom. No graduation. So now I'm like, all right, no, let me do it around her birthday. So someone was like, yo, don't do it around her birthday. What are you talking about? Like,
because if you mess up, she's gonna hit her birthday.
Yeah, exactly. So I was like, all right, scratch that. Not her
selfish.
Birthday. So then it was like kind of like, yo, let's do it around Thanksgiving. All right, boom, Thanksgiving. But then literally Thanksgiving was just me and her, so it was just like another day. So I hit my mom's up, and my mom's, yo, thank God for my mother. She was like, yo, why don't you just start the new year off and just do it for New Year's Eve, and just do it when the ball drop. I'm like, all right, that's cool. That's actually sounds like a good plan.
Romantic.
Huh?
That's romantic. He's a romantic ass nigga here.
Yo, listen, I didn't come up with that idea. That was my mom, so my mom's the one that helped me out with that. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, that's cool, man. Shout out to mama.
Yeah, exactly.
If you were a girl and your man don't propose to you on New Year's, you need a new guy. You like, come on.
Get a Jeff.
Make it special.
Get a Jeff.
Get a Jeff.
Yo, let's get a Jeff. So, all right. So I thought about New Year's, and it just so happened the moment when we was thinking about, well, for me, I thought about New Year's. Last minute, one of her friends was like, yo, they want to do something in the Poconos. I was like, all right, cool.
Nice.
So I was like, all right, so we not home no more. So I was like, so I think this is gonna happen. So it's gonna happen. So like now I'm being positive. I'm psyching myself up. Yo, bro, proposing is scary as hell. Like I've been with her forever. But yo, I was sweating. Like that's a whole nother story right there. But
Really? Wow.
Did you ever think that she was gonna say no by any chance?
I thought about it because you don't know what they're gonna say at the moment. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh, man.
go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, but ask you a question though. Like, so like, all right, so the whole time you had the ring on you. Like, did you feel like you was hiding something from her?
Bruh, I literally once I got it was a whole process getting the ring. So I was lying to her. Like every time, like I was like, I'm going to the gym. Or I'm doing this and the third. Like I was going there putting the payments down on the ring. You know what I'm saying? Like I wasn't telling her what I was doing. So like literally after it happened, I was like, yo, all that time when I told you I was going to the gym, I was going to the gym. I was putting money on the ring, whatever. She was like, whatever. But I'm sorry. What was the question you asked me?
No, I was saying like did you feel like you was like lying to? I mean, you kind of said you was lying to her, but like,
I sure was. But I mean, I was lying for a
Way to
cause.
build a
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's
Build
what
that
it was.
relationship off lies.
right?
No. I'm saying, but
It was a good lie, good reason.
yeah.
Is
So
there such thing as a good lie?
that's a very good question.
What do we-
Life
we
or
don't-
death, huh? I don't
Life or
know.
death?
Yeah. So
If you tell a lie to protect somebody, is that okay?
it depends on the situation. Is it a life or death situation?
No, it's like I cheated on you, but I don't want you to feel bad type situation. Not saying that I did that. I'm just putting an
Speaking from
example.
experience, huh?
No,
I mean, it depends.
no,
But I mean, look.
no. But go back to your story.
Okay. So where I left off, I said Poconos or whatever.
Poconos.
All right, so I ended up out in the Poconos. It was me and her friends, and I literally like when she went to bed, whatever. I pulled her friends over. I was like, "Yo, this is what's gonna happen." Blah blah blah, and they all got excited and they all helped me out. So once it happened, it was kind of like they knew what was gonna happen. And once I said it, like I ain't gonna front. It was emotional, bro. Like
He was crying.
a little bit.
Oh, that's
Just a
real.
little
That's
bit.
real
That's
though.
real.
A little
yeah.
bit. I ain't gonna lie.
That's
A
real.
little
Nah,
bit.
that's real, bro.
Yeah. So she was crying. I'm looking at her, and she crying. I'm crying. And,
In the moment, huh?
You just caught in the moment, whatever. And,
Soft.
Yeah.
and shut up, bro. Yo, I want to see what you gonna do when you propose, bro.
If
If
I ever
bro,
propose to
it's
anybody,
when, bro. It's when. I mean, look, everyone's different. You know what I'm saying? Like
No,
I used
no,
to think just like you. So
yeah, because
is what
you're
it
25
is.
years older than me right now. So
you
I
keep
mean,
saying 25. Yo, I'm not old enough to be your father, but
Yes,
I'm
you
old
are.
enough. I'm old enough to be your older brother. That's as far as it
no,
goes.
no, that don't make no sense because you could be a year older than me and be my older brother.
All right then.
You like 57 and a half.
I am not 57.
All right, 58.
You ever remind me of that 2 Chainz song?
What song?
Old enough to
Oh, I was just listening to that today. Old
Yeah,
enough
we
to-
said 2 Chainz was last
Old
album.
enough to
said-
F your mother, old enough to F your auntie and your sister.
Yeah, like 2 Chainz went off
He
on that
was
last
wildin'
album.
on that.
He went off on that last album.
But yeah,
2 Chainz.
so I mean, we on that topic of marriage, and I don't want to like drag your whole story out.
Nah, it's all good.
But y'all think people still want to get married? Y'all think that's still a thing, or is that like is the tradition dead, or is it just like
I think it depends on your relationship. You know what
Mm.
I'm saying? Because as far as me, like we've been together forever, and like my relationship when we weren't married lasted longer than actual relationships, but it lasted longer than people that actually married. You know what I'm saying? But like I felt like I'm older and like my family's traditional, so I'm a traditional type person. So I feel like for me personally, I feel like that's the route that I'm going. But if that's not what you want, that's on you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Everyone's not the
Cam?
same.
For sure. I think that with marriage, right? You said marriage in today's.
Yeah. You think it's still like viable? You think people still want it, or like,
Yeah,
is
I
it just
think-
like not a big deal anymore? Basically,
I mean, I think people still want to do it. It just depends. Like, like look at the dating scene. Like, with COVID, we started off the show talking about COVID. COVID's a real thing. Like, I think that's kind of changing the way how people are gonna look at marriage. Like, you think about dating. Like these apps, whatever. Like, even that much more. Like, available for people to date on, and like. Sort of like this new, like we entering this new dimension of like dating, and that's gonna affect the way how people get married or like stay together. That process.
yeah. I mean, I don't know, man. I think people having kids out of wedlock now, like more people having kids like out of marriage. I think that doesn't doesn't mean that you have to get married to somebody, right?
No,
Because a lot of people
totally agree with
waited
you.
till marriage to have kids and like have intercourse and all that. Like, you know, people would be like, "Ah, I'm gonna wait till marriage," but it's happening so fast now that I think that's a factor. I think people now are like waiting to get married. Like you're getting married in just your 30s, your late 30s, your 40s, and that means you're more financially stable. You don't have to depend on somebody. And there's other like reasons like you know, like do you need somebody? Like do you? Because we live in an age where social media is so prevalent, right? Where everything is so fast, you can get somebody else, or you can get into another relationship. Or
Yeah,
fast.
you can meet so much different people like
Yeah.
from so many different places. Like you go, like
There's so many dating
hop
apps.
on Facebook, Instagram, all these Plenty of Fish, POF, like all these different
Tinder.
apps. Like you
Yeah.
can meet so much different people at once. You could send, if you wanted to, you could send 60 girls messages and like in
Like, you have
in
so
one
many more
night. So
options.
yeah,
So
you
it's just
have
like-
you're like your wide is my open, and like it comes to like having kids out of wedlock, waiting to get married. I feel like as women overall became more independent, like that thing started to occur more. Because like before, like if you wanted to get a woman, pregnant a child with a woman, you have to court them a certain way,
Right.
do this a certain way. But like
Now
now
it's
women are
just
more
like-
independent. They're like they're wanting to be more of a choosers,
Yeah.
right? Rather than wait for the guy.
Yeah, for sure. And then, like, just to piggyback off what you said, with all those options, is being single better than being married?
Yeah, it's funny you mentioned that because like I feel like there is like a gift and a curse on both ends. You know what I'm saying? Like it just feels like you just need to understand like or what do you prefer and you just weigh out your options like what's more better for you, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I don't know. What do you think are some deal breakers in a relationship? Like, so we were talking about obviously like the whole inauguration just happened this week, shifting from President Trump to President Biden. Do you think a person's political views affects whether you want to be with them or not?
Yo, it's funny you mentioned that because
Wait, what's your thoughts on that before?
Yeah.
On like
Is it a
going
deal-
from Trump to Biden? I mean that was a big thing.
for me in general, like
Yes, in general. Like, what's your thoughts on that?
I mean,
switch.
listen, I'm from New York. I'm a liberal person. I have my liberal ideas, and like I've been like personally, like I like Bernie Sanders, but I deal with
Shouts
Biden,
to
but,
Bernie.
you know what I'm saying? But is it a deal breaker? I'm not gonna lie. Yes, it is. Like, yo, do you ever been in a situation where you at a dinner and they be like, there's some certain type of topics you don't bring up, like religion and politics,
race.
Like, there's a reason why, because like after it happens, you're gonna start looking at them totally different. And I feel like politics, religion are like, for me, I would say are somewhat deal breakers. But yeah.
So just to question that, if a person has a different religious view than you, would you let's just say your girl right now was to have a different religious view than you did?
We actually do have different religious views, but it's not to the point where I'm like, yo, I'm not gonna mess with you. But like, if you were like on the far end, and I'm like,
If you're like an atheist,
you know what I'm saying? Like, you believe in something a little bit, but like, if you're like total on the total other end, I'm like, I don't know if it could happen. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
and then like political too, like you would still be in that same boat. Like
Exactly.
if you were dating like a Trump supporter,
It's funny because like when I look at Trump supporters, I feel like I look at them differently now than I did before, because it's a lot of like racial tone that's deeply rooted into it. So like when I think of a Trump supporter, I'm thinking of someone holding a Confederate flag. That's just. But I mean, is that always the case? No, not necessarily. But when I hear it and when I see it, that's the first thing that just pops in my head.
which is not necessarily true.
Yeah, exactly,
Right.
exactly.
It's not-
I'm
We're
not saying it's
in
true.
any way like bashing people. For
No, definitely not,
Right,
definitely not.
believing
But that's
or-
just.
their political views, but I definitely understand what you're saying. Like, when you think about a Trump supporter, the first thing that comes to your mind usually is a person that believes in racism,
Yeah.
right?
I feel like too that comes from like the media because
Yeah.
like you start thinking about like, I mean the media really separates people. You know, we start talking about like for example, we talk about politics right now, like Republicans, Democrats, like the ones who's really like say, wedging that like that difference is really the media pushing a certain way, and people, especially people not getting the correct information, the facts about a certain situation, you're gonna start building up stereotypes, especially if you're not having conversations with these people, and they're not around you. You're not like asking them, okay, why do you believe what you believe? On either side. I mean, somebody's Democrat, and you ask them why you Democrat, right? Kind of thing. Not to say, oh, you Democrat, I'm not gonna talk to you, or if they're Republican, ask them, why you're Republican, and a lot of times like people on both sides have like the same view, the same values. Just like small stuff that will like get them to be just like totally on one side.
Yeah, for sure. But just going off like differences in a relationship, there was a topic that was brought up earlier in the week about interracial relationships, and I didn't think that was still a thing. Like I didn't think that was still like an issue, or if it to me it was never an issue. So to see that that's still an issue, I mean, isn't really surprising because of the climate that we're in with racial tensions and racial inequalities and injustices, and people really coming out of the woodworks with their point of views and beliefs on racism.
I feel like because we live in New York City, we don't really see it because
See it too much, right?
we don't see too much of it. But like
Still there.
we
It's
see
still
interracial
definitely-
relationships.
yeah, you see
but
a
we
lot
don't
of
see-
it in our area. No, I'm just saying, like in general, like let's just say, for example, you decide to like travel outside of New York City,
Yeah,
and you start going like somewhere down south. Like it is nothing like what you see out here.
Nah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? So like, just to see or just the viewpoints of what people see and like, I don't know, like Florida. Like I love Florida to death, but I would never live out there.
I didn't really think Florida was like a place like that. Maybe like a Alabama or like a.
Yo, just start going down south, bro.
I mean,
thought
but
Florida-
like the biggest like my bad, I cut you
No,
off.
you
But the
good.
biggest like interracial like group is the white man and the Asian woman. Actually,
Oh,
You think
really?
so?
I never thought
no,
about that.
no, it is.
It is?
No,
Oh,
it
I
is.
never-
It is.
I
That's the
didn't know
biggest interracial.
For real?
Yeah,
I thought it was white and black or black and Asian.
Nah, bro.
Yeah, you need to get out of New York City. That's what
Nah,
that means.
bro.
We could talk about that too, like being a product of your environment and just
You just don't be known sometimes. You
Yeah.
just don't see
Nah,
it,
it's
or you
true.
just
It's
don't
true.
know. You know what I mean? Like first thing you're gonna think about is like black and white.
yeah.
That's again
black
like the
and white.
media feeds you black and white all the time.
Yeah, that's
so it's
true.
like sort of fixing that. I mean, shoot, talking about media. We had go to music now. Like you had your boy Drake delaying his release.
Yeah, man, I'm
I'm like,
disappointed, bro.
I'm like, what's up that now? Because like we had like the Lover Boy. He put out the
Certified.
commercial, the ads,
The Nike products.
Wait. So
Word,
how
so-
how long has it been since we've been waiting for a Drake album?
When last time he dropped?
2018, I think he dropped.
2018?
Scorpion, and then
That's
2019
crazy.
or maybe 2020 he dropped the Dark Lane demo tapes.
Right, I think I was 19.
19.
That was 19.
So Drake is delaying his release, like, so he had put it out, said that
The injury, he tore his ACL again.
yes,
I think.
yeah.
Second time.
So
That boy, not even a ball
know.
player.
I'm saying, hold up, time out. You acting like he playing ball
That's
like he in the
well,
NBA.
no, he taking
like,
it serious. It was. I saw a video one time where he was like really. Him and his whole team was really taking it serious. Like they would have like
Nah, they
basketball.
got, like,
tournaments and
championships,
stuff.
yeah.
like
bro,
championships.
come on, man.
I mean,
I'm trying to hear
like
that.
if you got the money and you can do all that, like, hey, I
Bro,
would love to.
You getting paid to make music. That's what you getting
Yeah,
paid
but
for.
he-
We all trying to
he,
hear
like,
you playing
venturing out.
ball.
He's not playing ball.
but I think
He
mean
living life, man. He living his
actually
best life.
yes, I saw this too, like that Charlamagne said actually he heard a leaked version of it.
Yeah, I heard the whole
of
album
the
leaked,
of the Lover Boy, yeah. So I don't know. I don't
which
know
I
what
didn't
you- I
listen
don't-
to because I hate.
yeah.
I don't mean to cut you off, bro. I hate listening to like leaked stuff because it ruins the
The
experience
moment.
for you. Yeah,
Yeah.
like, it's just
I mean, what you think about him like delaying
I hate it, man.
like the album?
Because nothing is dropped in so far in first quarter 2021.
Was 2020.
Dark Lane
2020.
2020. So yeah, he dropped Dark Lane demo tapes in 2020, and nothing is really dropped.
Hold up, time out. So what was the most recent album that just recently dropped?
His
I mean-
album was Scorpion.
Album, it was Dark Lane.
Oh.
I mean, I think that was like a
They said
mixtape.
Scorpion was well, Scorpion's definitely 18. I mean, so far, I think I spoke about this last podcast. So far, the best album so far, Jasmine Sullivan. Like she had a hard album to me.
But when did that drop?
That dropped a few weeks ago,
Okay.
but it was
I
definitely
didn't get a chance to hear that.
definitely this month.
I think
Nah.
the last full
That shit was
album I
hard.
listened to was the Kid Cudi album.
How was that?
I liked it. I like Cudi, and I think it sounded like a lot like Cudi, but it also sounded like really dated to me. Like Travis is Cudi, but a better version of Cudi. I know you're making that face over there, but Travis is a better version of Cudi. Like he took Cudi's style and he
And
made it
he
better.
ran with it.
Like, there's nothing wrong with that. Like
No, it's
Travis
nothing wrong
even
with
admits that. Like Cudi like birthed so many artists that follow his blueprint and his style, and they just do it better than him. Unfortunately,
Right.
but I liked it. I liked the album. But I think that was like the last album that I listened to.
Damn, I feel old, yo. The last album I listened to was the Bust album.
Buster.
yeah.
That was nice. That was
Yeah,
nice.
So like,
Extension 2.
ELE 2. So
Yeah.
I mean, since I'm older than you guys, like Buster was my dude. You know what I'm saying?
Buster's
Like,
nice.
So I had to get that album.
Nah, Buster's nice, man. I like thanks for Buster.
But yeah, I was disappointed, man, that he's delaying it because I was assuming
Jersey.
it was either gonna be this Friday or next Friday, right? He said in January. There's only 2 more fucking Fridays left in January. It was today and next week. So I'm like, damn, man, we getting some new fucking Drake, man. This shit gonna be good. Like, but that's a dub. So he didn't say when he's gonna release it. He said 2021. So I'm assuming it's gonna be in springtime, maybe summer.
The thing is with Drake, like he's a point in career, like he could just drop it whenever.
Whenever he
People gonna
wants,
pick it up. People gonna pick it up regardless. You know what I'm saying?
I think there's only a couple artists right now that can do that. Like
Yeah.
the Drakes, Kendricks, J. Cole's, Kanye's,
Yeah.
Beyonce.
Beyonce
Adele.
was one of them, definitely.
Like those big, like Jay's, Nas, like you
Yeah,
know
they
the
could
big
drop it
time.
whenever.
Like they have their fan base, right there. Like they're ready to go. But yeah, I was definitely disappointed, man, because it's like so far in January we haven't had a big drop from anybody,
No.
right? Or maybe I'm missing somebody. I don't know.
No.
Like a big hip hop drop? Nah.
A big hip
He
hop.
dropped some merchandise though, didn't he? Drake.
But that was for the album.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, that was.
I did not know that.
Certified Lover
Yo, I ain't
Boy
gonna front.
and
I was trying to
Lockdown,
buy
man.
off Nike too.
Man, that shit sold out in seconds.
Yeah, it really did.
I was trying.
I was trying to.
I wanted that hat.
I wanted the
the
bubble
socks.
actually. I need
didn't care
a winter
about the
coat.
I needed the socks. But also, on a bit of better news, J. Cole was seen outside.
He outside. He be locked up in the studio.
Oh, bro, yeah,
bro,
he was cooking
on
up
the
in
ground.
the studio the other week, and then this week there was a photo of him shooting a video, which I thought was pretty cool. And he's dropping a new pair of sneakers, which I don't really care for. I'll be honest, I don't.
So
really
you don't like
them.
Puma?
He's with
I
Puma,
don't,
right?
I'm
Yeah.
not really a Puma fan. Who the fuck is a Puma fan? Like, let's be
You'll be
real.
surprised. Like, yo, it's funny because like when you think of Puma, you don't really think of not much of it, but his sneakers selling. People actually going out there for it.
Yeah. Definitely like that. Puma. Like they mainly like track sneakers at first. When they first came out, they were like track sneakers.
Yeah.
So
But but they made but they stopped for a little bit. Now they came back. With NBA. Basketball sneakers really. And that's cool, man. I mean, they signed
I mean,
J.
shouts to
Cole. They
him.
found they signed a cool.
They
a
signed,
few rappers as well.
LaMelo Ball.
Yeah, Melo Ball.
He's
Yeah,
a
so
feature.
Oh, yeah?
yeah, so they got some good big name.
So they making moves, but I'm still like, I don't want sneakers from you, bro. You're a musical artist. The same thing we was talking about Drake. Why you playing
Yeah.
ball? I don't care. Give me some music, bro.
And actually, like J. Cole when he released the I guess sneakers whatever or the promo for it, like he went back to Forest Hill Drives,
Right.
like the album cover,
Yeah,
and
dope.
had the sneakers on, basically reshoot the album cover. So
Yeah, that was fire.
he's trying to sell. That's what it is.
I liked it. I mean, I'm hoping he drops soon because, like I said, the Drake project is disappointing that he's not dropping it. So I'm hoping that he's dropping. That Cole is dropping pretty soon. But I don't think he will soon.
But we're not getting no information. We don't know when it's gonna
Yeah,
happen.
he dropped that
It's
little
another
teaser on
mysterious-
Instagram where he was like, the off season, then the fall off. But there's no like concrete evidence that he's gonna drop soon. But maybe this is that concrete evidence that we need.
no release date, huh?
No release.
Nah, no release date. He never does actually.
Fucking Cole.
Yeah, but you know what? You gonna listen to it though.
I'm gonna listen to it.
I ain't there. You gonna listen to it.
On the first 5 seconds, I'm like, album of the
Yeah,
year.
exactly. You gonna be talking different when it drop.
Definitely.
Of course, that's my man's. With somebody that's not America's man's, Tory Lanez.
Tory Lanez.
Tory Lanez and Meg Thee Stallion.
Yo, didn't he recently say something on Instagram? Like I saw Megan saying something on Instagram.
Yeah,
Don't
she
believe
was going
everything
off
that
on
you
Twitter,
see.
yeah.
So what happened was,
Yo, what happened?
so what happened was like there was a report that came out. It said that the charges against Tory Lanez were gonna be dropped, and then Megan then responded to it, saying that was fake. So like they fabricated that report, and then Megan just went off about it, like yo, basically saying, yo, you shot me, like
Right.
like why's your team fabricating this story? And like she just went off crazy, like she wrote some paragraphs on Twitter.
I don't know what to believe anymore.
Yo,
I don't know
I was
about
rooting
y'all.
for Tory, man. Like I like Tory a lot. Like
I like
him
Tory,
from
but,
Canada and all
yeah.
that, and like he can do everything. Like he could sing, he could rap. Like
He nice.
he nice. You know what I'm saying? So after that whole situation happened, like I was looking at him a little sideways, and then he dropped that album.
sure, yeah.
He was talking. I'm like, I ain't trying to hear that, man.
To me, it's just confusing. It's like, usually when somebody like harms somebody else, especially shooting like a big name person, is usually it's
right
usually
out
led
there,
up with like
yeah.
a charge, arrest, something like that. And I can't recall him getting arrested.
Yeah. So
He's
from what I
charged.
know, she didn't press no charges, so that's why
Right.
nothing happened. But like people were just pushing the whole situation, so she felt like she had to go on Instagram and say what actually happened. So that's what happened.
Yeah.
But I don't think she pressed any charges like that.
So I'm just kind of confused about it.
I'm confused too.
I don't know. I don't know what to believe no more. I don't know if he
Yeah.
shot her. I don't know if he didn't shoot her. Because it doesn't make a lot of sense to me anymore.
Yeah, so we
Like
got
if
to
somebody
see. Like,
shot you, right? If somebody shot you, what you gonna do? The first thing I'm gonna do if I'm alive, I'm like, this motherfucker shot me. He shot me. He shot me.
Can you imagine being mad at somebody to the point where you pull out a gun and shoot their foot?
Yeah, like
Yikes.
that's crazy to me.
Allegedly, I don't know.
Well,
I don't know what
allegedly.
happened.
Yeah,
Allegedly,
you're right,
we
you're
But
know.
I don't know.
allegedly.
Like it's just so much like mystery behind it. Like why is there still mystery behind this?
I think that's why I'm just confused about it. It's like what.
Like nobody's
should
coming out.
I
No
do?
one's putting no information
You
on.
know?
Yeah,
That's what it
it's
is.
just
And then
weird
too,
to me.
like with Tory too, like they, when he drops his albums, like Apple don't show it. Like you got to search up his name to find his album.
Yeah, same thing with 6ix9ine when he dropped his album.
Oh, that's a whole
Yeah,
nother
I ain't trying to
story
see
right
that.
there.
I ain't trying to see that anyway. We're not even gonna mention
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
I'm just being fair to everybody.
No, I'm edit that
Apple
out.
didn't show his
I'm gonna edit that
album.
out. Anyway, go ahead.
I'm not a 6ix9ine fan. I'm being real. I'm being real, man.
Gotta edit that shit out too. All right.
Yeah, come on, stop getting free promo, man. What's wrong with you?
6ix9ine this, 6ix9ine that. All right. So Ashanti and Keyshia Cole.
Anybody
finally
saw that?
happened. I saw clips. I caught some of it and then I watched like the clips of it
So
afterwards.
let me ask you a question. How many Keyshia Cole and Ashanti songs do you know off the top of your head?
I only know. I'm gonna be real with you. I only know like 2 or 3 Keyshia Cole songs. I know like 10 Ashanti songs.
10? Well, I
And they
know
all with
one.
Ja Rule.
I know.
And I'm probably reaching right now.
All right, I know one Keyshia Cole song. That's the song with Puffy. That's
The Last Night joint.
yeah.
That's
I know
it.
that one.
That's all I know.
Yeah, exactly.
And I might like if you play it, I'll be like, oh yeah, like this that joint. But
Yeah.
I don't like. I prefer Ashanti if I'm being completely like honest with you.
All right, so between the two, I know about like 1 or 2 songs between the two, so I didn't even bother to waste my time.
Right.
You think I ain't even listen to
But
it?
I was watching it, man. It just looked awkward. Like first of all, Ashanti was an hour late, and then Keyshia Cole was an hour and a half late. Right. So she was 30 minutes after.
So
Ashanti.
what were you staring at for that hour and a half?
I didn't really. I cut it off.
Nah,
'cause
versus
there
they
was
just have
nobody
you
there.
like look at like their seats, whatever.
Yeah. And
I mean, it was
stand-
kind of weird. Like I kind of looked
Staying
at
at
it
a
for.
seat for an hour and a half?
I mean, that's
I mean,
what
I did.
people waiting.
Right, yeah.
Nah, I don't know.
Crazy.
Yeah, I didn't spend that much
I
time
was like
looking
there
at
for
it.
like 10 seconds. I, was like, well, I don't see nobody. I'm out.
Yeah, but also too like they weren't in the same location.
Yeah.
So kind of like the authentic feel of it, kind of like
just
is like
went
off.
away.
You know what I mean?
And
It's like you expect them to be in the same location, same spot. I think that would have been better, but
the whole hype like died down for it too. I didn't even know they was
It got
versus.
postponed like
Yeah.
4 or 5 times. That's
Ashanti
why.
Ashanti had COVID.
COVID. I think it was supposed to go
okay.
in December.
Okay.
And it was hyped. Like I saw that everywhere on my timeline. Everybody was talking about it. Everybody wanted to see that. But then was it last night or the night before? I don't remember. Actually, I don't remember. So
Last night.
Last night.
Last night. Yeah, that song is tough, man.
We gotta edit that out.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I didn't even see it like being promoted on my timeline at all until I actually saw it. Like on Apple Music, I went on Apple Music and it was there, like being promoted.
The only thing that I saw was, I guess, OT Genesis came
Yeah,
out.
OT Genesis came out, and I was just like,
Yeah.
why are you even there, bro? But yeah, like I was watching like clips of it too, and like it was just awkward, bro. Like they was arguing. Keyshia Cole was tight the whole time. I was just like,
I didn't watch it,
bro.
though.
I don't really know what was going on. And then, like I said, the hype was gone. And then when they were singing, it was just like off key with the music, and it was higher than the music. Like it was just bad. It was just bad.
I ain't watch. I watched that Gucci and Jeezy though.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah,
Gucci and Jeezy, that's legendary.
Yeah, that was a good one.
That was legendary. Like, yo, they were late, but it was the type of late you gonna wait for.
Yeah, exactly, bro.
It's certain lates like, yo, these dudes late, you gonna wait for it. Cause like, if 50 and Ja Rule did the verses,
I would love.
You know what's funny? The reason why I watched it because, well, the Jeezy and Gucci, because I was like, yo, something gonna happen. Like, I was just waiting to see something gonna happen. I was like, yo, something gonna pop off. Hey, who will pop off first? But yeah, it was good. It was good.
It was good.
nah,
man.
that
it was
was
respectful.
that was like good. Like, I feel like for the culture too, that was good. Like, even the way it ended,
Nah, it was good.
you know, yeah, people saying Jeezy won, yeah, people saying Gucci won. Like, it was like a good balance of like people saying who won. You know, I feel like the anticipation of it, the timing, like it was just like a good, perfect like storm, really. You know, and then like, you know, when they finally just said, yo, like they said a piece,
Yeah,
and that was
good
like one of the best parts of it too. Just like, yo, this ish happened
dead, yeah.
10 plus years ago, 15 years ago, however long it was between them. Let's squash it like men, and let's move on. Like, and that was like to me like the best part of it.
Yeah.
Really.
I don't think people realize how big the whole Gucci and Jeezy beef
was
was.
big,
Like, that was
like-
they
Trying to
had
kill each other,
real
like,
beef. Like
real.
that's
Somebody
like,
died, man.
Yeah,
Somebody
that's
died.
like I always compare it to like the 50 and Ja Rule beef because people don't understand. Like they had real beef. Like it was street beef.
Yeah.
And just they street beef and they squashed it like that. That was a good look.
Oh, for sure. What's the what's the verses you would like to see though?
I have a couple.
You have a couple of
I have a
years.
couple.
Those are
I
verses you
definitely
like
want to see Cole and Kendrick. I would love to see Cole and Kendrick because they're very similar artists,
Okay.
and I think Cole has a lot of gems that people will sleep on, especially if you go back to his mixtape days. And so does Kendrick. Like Kendrick has a lot of gems that you wouldn't like think about, but once it starts playing, you'd be like, oh yeah, this is a buster. I would love to see them go at each other, and I would love to see Drake and Kanye.
I can see that.
And y'all heard me last week. I said Kanye better than Drake. I said it.
Really?
Listen.
All right,
man,
you know what? I could see where you're coming from when you say that because I feel like
we can have it next week, man.
he's
You want to come back on next
I feel
week?
like he's a musical genius.
He's a musical genius, man. Honestly, all bias aside, he literally hears things that you wouldn't normally hear, and he puts it into a product that you wouldn't normally think about.
And just like I said before, there wouldn't be a Drake if it
Drake
wasn't for
without
Kanye.
Kanye.
If it wasn't for Kanye beating 50 in that in the
That
album
versus,
sales,
yeah.
you know, graduation versus
Yo, I
don't
always
know, was that-
I always
Curtis,
say,
I think, you
I
know.
always say there's a thin line between like a genius and someone who's a genius and someone who's insane. And I feel like
think they go hand in
Kanye,
hand.
like he falls in between that gap.
I don't think you can be a genius without being.
Yeah,
a little crazy.
yeah.
You have to be. Like you have to be able to
Because
push that.
you
line.
have to think outside the box. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And he does it all the time.
and
I feel
people
like-
perceive it as, oh, you're just crazy. But it's like you actually listen to his interviews and stuff. He's bipolar. That's why he jumps from
Yeah.
topic to topic. But the shit he says,
Some real stuff behind it,
damn.
right?
Yeah.
All right,
Like,
so you,
it's real shit.
yeah, so you said Kanye, Drake.
And Cole Kendrick.
Cole,
I wanna
Kendrick.
see.
So Jeff, what about you? Like, who'd you like to see in a versus
I'm
battle?
a '90s person. Come on,
Okay,
man. You
bring
know
it back,
what I'm
homie.
say.
Pop
I'm
Biggie.
gonna say Jay and Nas, man. Come on, man.
Jay and Nas.
I would love to see that.
Who y'all think won that battle, won that beef back in the day?
You know what? Like, I would say personally, Jay-Z. Like, Jay-Z was hitting them with some real stuff. But I think Jay-Z just went a bit too far in what he was saying. Like, it was just too real.
Yo,
And I feel like Ether was like, I mean, it was a hard
I am
diss
sorry.
record. But
Ether is the most craziest diss record you could ever. It's the like
You think
when you
so?
dissing somebody, you gotta be disrespectful.
wait, better than Super Ugly when Jay was like really.
He you know what it was? So
Yes.
the reason why Super Ugly came out was
He had a
because
car seat in the back. Like.
Yeah, the reason why Super Ugly came out was because he was hurt from Ether, man.
He was hurt. Yeah.
Yes.
But Takeover, people sleep on Takeover.
The thing
Like,
is,
he was
the
spitting on
problem with Takeover, it was Jay was too busy trying to go after he was going after Mobb Deep.
Yeah, he was.
Nas.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't really like focused.
Direct.
Just shooting at
Ether
everybody.
was like, oh my god.
Ether was 4 verses of just.
I was like,
of just Jay.
Oh.
Like, coming for you, bro.
But the thing is, all right. So I would say Nas won the battle, but Jay won the war.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Especially if you look at their careers now.
Yeah,
Right,
Jay signed
2020, right? Obviously, like.
But I think at the same time too, I feel like both of them won from where they started to where they are now. Like they won.
Because
You know
Nas
what I mean?
is an OG, right?
I mean, think about like Nas as like the stuff that he was rapping back then. It was like in terms of like pushing the culture forward. Nas been talking about like rapping about get your money right. Talking about like history with like Africa and all this stuff.
Racial
Like
inequality.
like he been rapping about that. I remember like one of my first Nas songs I really like listened to was Stupid was like, I know I can be what I want to be. Like, and like the knowledge within that, just learning about it, like, you know what I mean? Like, he's like, they shut off their nose because he was African. Like, you know what I mean? Like he's been on this level already, this like hierarchy of thinking. And like he was just kind of like rapping to wait for you to get there. You know, everybody is at now. And Jay-Z kind of like build you up. Like he scaffold you. He builds you up to like where you at now. I mean, basically, what you're trying to go to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd love to see that though. I don't think it's never gonna happen. Jay is like exclusive.
I mean, yeah, they wouldn't even.
It's never gonna happen.
Unless you're paying them a couple $1 million to show up.
Even if it's a couple million, Jay's gonna burst that off.
Yeah. What you think? We gave you. Our,
I like to see like a G-Unit Dipset.
That would be dope.
G-Unit Dipset for real, man.
Hold on. So who's you rocking with? Because it's funny.
Man.
G-Unit, man.
I like G-Unit.
I was a G-Unit. I loved 50 at one point.
But Dipset was crazy too, man.
Yeah, it
Cameron,
was.
Jewels, Jim Jones.
Like at that time, it was D Block, G-Unit, and Dipset.
Yep, New York.
Yeah, that was all New York.
D Block take that lyrically though. Lyrically, D-Block take it. Jada and Styles by themselves take it. But I don't know. I grew up on G-Unit, like, so I was what? When did 50 drop? Get Rich or Die Trying was 2000.
It was
2003.
03?
February 2003.
I was 10 years old when that dropped.
God damn,
So that was my thing growing up.
I'm gonna use the bathroom now because you just feel old. I was in college, yo.
It was that was for me growing up. It was all G Unit. That was my first like taste of hip hop. Him, Lloyd Banks. I loved Lloyd Banks for his lyrical ability and his punchlines, and I was just like.
I always said this, right? Like I'll say Drake right now had the longest run, and like you say, like one of the hottest runs of like any like hip hop artist, or artist period. But in terms of 50 Cent, if you break it down from like Get Rich or Die Trying to let's say In the Club, right? That single to I Get Money.
It was iconic, bro.
To I Get Money, there wasn't a hotter like
artist.
time period of any artist, I think, ever. Like you think about like the things that he's like done with, like, like, I mean, just about musically, but we had people that wanted to be like 50 Cent.
Yeah.
Like you want people who wanted to get shot 9 times to be like 50. You had the video games.
Rap, yeah.
You had the G-Unit tank tops.
The shoes, the hats. We had clothes.
You had
right?
motherfuckers trying to get buffed to be like 50. You know what I'm saying? So like it was more than music. It was a lifestyle. It was like, yo, I want to be like this person. And I feel like that like hype, that build up was just like, I mean, I don't know if it's ever gonna be matched, really.
Yeah.
In the video games, like
I think about it now. I never wanted to be Drake. Right, and that's not saying anything bad about Drake. He just never.
Even though you love his music.
Yeah, look, I'm a big Drake fan. Don't get me wrong, but I don't want to be him. Like I wanted to be 50. Maybe because I was younger. I idolized them. And now that I'm older, I'm like I don't give a fuck. But what Drake came out 10 years ago, or 11, 12 years ago, and I was 13, 14 at that time, 15. I didn't want to be Drake. Right. So I definitely get what you're saying. Like 50 pushed the culture forward. Yeah. So he definitely pushed the culture forward. He definitely made you want to be something that you felt was like a fictional character. Like 50 was a fictional character to me. Like he was this guy that got shot 9 times. He survived. Yeah. And now he rapping about gangster.
And you know
shit.
too, like he came out of a movie. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? 50 had a movie
he was
out.
everywhere too, yeah.
He had I mean, what really drew me to 50 too, like when he did the vitamin water deal.
Yeah.
And that's what like even me, I even started thinking about investing because of that. I'm like, yo, like he didn't even take the money. Like he just took like ownership in the company, stock in the company. Yeah. And then when they sold the Coca-Cola for was like $4 billion, whatever, he's like $40 million off the deal. What the fuck? Like, you know what I mean? Like that's why I was like, yo, 50's that guy. Like, you know what I mean? Like
he's playing chess, not checkers.
He just made you like even think different, like how you do a business, and like now with like even like the TV shows, like, you know, power. Like, you know what I mean? Like
he got power, bro.
He's not even on the show no more, and he's still doing this thing, getting paid. So like I feel like all these different like, you know, rap artists, like they're really pushing the culture forward with like thinking about like ownership and entrepreneurship and like just like yo, get your business right. You know. Yeah, man. So
anybody else y'all want to see Verzuz?
Shoot. I saw the other day. I don't know if this makes sense. T.I. and Lil Flip. I don't know if you.
I don't know. Lil Flip.
Would you put Lil Flip with T.I.?
Nah, I wouldn't. But I saw like.
I can't see.
Like they're talking about that. Yeah, they had that one series of beef and stuff like that. But nah, I wouldn't do that.
I wouldn't put Lil Flip.
Yeah.
They were saying Travis.
Game over.
Travis and Future.
I think that they're trying to make that happen.
Wow.
That'd be cool.
I don't know who would win. I really don't know.
Travis and Future.
I
would say.
I think Future would kind of body that.
Future would win.
If you really think about it, like even women like Future, and Future's a toxic ass motherfucker, but.
He probably would. He probably has more hits than Travis does.
Yeah, that's why they're saying that he would win.
I think Travis got it.
You know, it's funny. I feel like Future made the whole mumble rap. Like he made it to what it is.
Mm-hmm. Wait, how many songs they do on the Verzuz?
I think 10.
It's 10.
10 songs each. Okay,
yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah, I could definitely.
All you need is 10 songs.
10 songs. Future got a whole fucking catalog, and I'm not even a big Future fan.
And,
I prefer Travis over Future.
He has a whole bunch of features too.
Yeah, so. I would like to even see like Ross versus Pusha.
I
mean, Ross would kill him, but I think that like
really.
I don't know if it killed him. Let me take that back. Let me take that back. Because Pusha. No.
I think.
No, let me take that back. Let me take that back. If they're doing 10 songs, I think Push is able to like definitely keep up with Ross. You know, definitely be like a neck and neck battle. But like I would like to see something like that for the culture.
So the thing is, like, when you looking at these battles, like, what are you looking for? Like, are you looking for like
it's all opinionated
actual
at
like,
the end of the day?
What was popping at that moment, or like what was being said? Like, what are you looking for in the verses? Because like me personally, like, if I see a battle, like I'm trying to see like what were you saying at that moment, at that time when you said it? You know what I'm saying, like, I don't know.
I think it's all that in one. Like, you know, you want to see like, you know, if they had some kind of beef going on, like how was that? If they, you know what I mean, you try and relive some of those moments. I guess they had like, you know, with their song, like how you was feeling with that song when it first came out. Yeah, so it's like a few things. It's like also to the show as well. I feel like the Jeezy and Gucci, it just like a lot of things lined up with that verses. Like,
tension, like
even when it was like, yo, Gucci was just like, yo, my outfit 10 G's, whatever. And Jeezy was like, yo, I own half of Atlanta. You know what I mean?
Like, yo, he got quiet after that.
Yeah. Like, and it was something like, it was after yo Gucci said something about like, yo, I'm about to smoke up, I forgot his name. I'm smoking Pookie tonight, I think he said. And then Jeezy, the next song was like, I'm the realest nigga in this. Like, it just lined up so perfectly. Like, it was just like, yo, that was a great versus battle.
I enjoyed that battle.
I also think that
it was entertainment.
Helps, like them being in the same spot.
Yeah.
Like that definitely like adds to it. You can't be separated.
What made it cool too is because they had drama between each other. So
it was like real beef.
Yeah,
it was real beef.
That drama.
That's why I think Ja and 50 would be like a really good battle.
But do you think they'll do it?
No.
So question, like, who you think would win between Ja and 50 though?
Who was it that came out? Was it
Ja
Eric Gotti that the other day came out and said Ja would kill him?
I mean,
the thing.
That's his man. So.
Yeah. But the thing is,
I think 50 would eat him alive.
See, that's the thing. You have to ask yourself, like, who has? First off, who do you think has more mainstream songs? Because it's a
Ja had
mainstream
it.
platform.
I think Ja.
I think
Like if it's like
If I really
based
think
it
about
on
Ja.
mainstream, Ja got
Yeah.
50.
I
But
think
if we
Ja
talking
was
about
like
like
the Drake of that time.
yes,
Yeah. J Lo, like he had like he
Yeah, J Lo, Ashanti, all
yeah,
of them. Like,
he had it locked down with that song. Like because like if you remember like 50 was dissing him about singing.
and
he was singing.
And 50
50
came out
was
with the
singing.
Candy Shop. The next album, you know, Massacre was a
Candy
Candy Shop.
That's a throwback.
You know what I mean? So like 50 dissed him on what he was doing, and he just took that style and ran with it.
Yeah, can't be mad at him.
Nah, I mean, get that money.
Shouts to Lil Wayne and Kodak. Shouts to Trump.
What happened?
Bruh.
What happened? Yo, break that down. Give us some context real quick.
So President Donald Trump pardoned Lil Wayne and Kodak.
Hold on, time out. Ex-president. You have to be more.
Well, I mean,
45.
former president.
Yeah, former president.
45.
There you go.
45.
45.
45.
He pardoned them for their crimes, right? Kodak. When was Kodak supposed to get out?
I don't even know.
He was doing time.
I think in 2 years he was supposed to get out.
And then Wayne had a 10-year charge on him for carrying guns. I don't know why the hell Wayne's still carrying guns, but
He had the feds after him.
yeah, he had
Feds is serious.
Now you thought you would have learned like after getting what you got like 2-3 years in New York?
Yeah, he sure did.
Yeah.
He went away and Drake started really popping at that point.
Yeah, and Drake fucked his
And
girl.
Nicki and
Yeah. But wow, like I was kind of surprised. Like I remember reading it, I started laughing. I was dying
yeah, I
after I
remember
saw
he
that.
was like, "Yo, he just freed Kodak." I was like,
Yeah, I saw that.
I was
on
like, free
Instagram.
Kodak.
I saw that on Instagram.
I mean,
he really freed Kodak, bro.
I mean, honestly, like, I mean, that's cool to see personally, like that he freed them. Now it's kind of like you see like why Lil Wayne potentially took the picture with Trump. You know what I mean? Like,
Full circle, man.
But you know what's crazy? Like when he took the picture, he was getting a lot of slack over it. Like
Yeah.
people were like,
was.
Black Twitter
Yeah,
was
they
going
got it.
crazy.
they got at him hard.
They got it in hard. And now, like we looking at it now, we like, all right, yeah, I
But-
get it. Now we see.
But
why.
it's like, you'd be like, would you trade that for not getting 10 years?
Oh hell yeah! I took a whole photo shoot with Trump.
So you
if you
telling
giving me
me
10 years for a gun charge or a fucking photo shoot, I'm doing the
so
photo shoot
all
with
right,
Trump.
let's keep it real. Like if you was in that situation, what you would have did?
Well, what you mean? What's
I
the
can't blame. I can't
So
blame him. I
you
would
was in
take
Lil
it.
Wayne's situation. All right. Granted, Lil Wayne probably didn't know that. Like he didn't
was
know
gonna
that
get charged,
He didn't know
yeah,
he was gonna get
regardless
charged
of
when it
that.
happened, whatever. But like he knew that he was doing a power play. Maybe like he had to put himself in a position where like, you know what? Let me put myself where I could you know, meet up with Trump and whatever, and you know.
But I also say this about Wayne. He never cared about like politics and like race and
He never did.
been that type of person.
I remember there was an interview, like they asked him a question about how he felt about
Black Lives Matter. I
Yeah,
think that
Black-
was
it was a Black
Undisputed. That was Undisputed.
something like that.
Yeah, and he said that like he said that he doesn't see race because like when he got shot when he shot himself
it was
in his house, he said a white cop like he said the black cops were stepping over him trying to get the drugs and all that stuff, and a white cop stopped everything and then called the ambulance, put him on the ambulance and all that stuff. So
and stood with him. that
he
night.
he claims he doesn't see race. I don't know when that changed with him because I remember like previous albums like the Carter 2, like he was rapping about like that kind of stuff hard, like about the disparities between races, how races get treated. So I don't know when exactly he started developing that mindset.
When he
But
started making money, that's what it was.
yeah, it's probably the money. Who knows?
I don't know.
But I mean to answer your question though, like I mean I don't blame him that one bit. You know what I mean? Like if you talking about facing 10 years or just going on a photo shoot, like do that photo shoot. And I feel like sometimes like we can't even like judge some of these people sometimes, like especially not being in their position.
Yeah, I feel like Black Twitter's so quick to judge people, man.
It
It's
is,
not even
man.
funny.
I found it funny, like going back to the Tory and Meg situation, when she came out and was like, "Y'all got shot," and everyone was like, "Oh, it's Tory."
Yeah.
I was like, "Damn, like y'all really like condemning a black man for a crime that you don't even know he committed," and now the flip side, now they're condemning a black woman for lying about it, and they don't even know if she lied about it. That's the thing that bothered me. Like, there's no facts out yet. Why are y'all so quick to cancel culture? Is a real thing. Like, why are y'all
No.
so quick to cancel people?
That's
Like,
a whole nother
wait.
topic right there.
Wait,
cancel
you know?
culture.
I hated that, man.
I mean, but do you think? I mean, it's kind of going back now. Like, do you think that like with this fast cycle, like news cycle. You know what I mean? Like we talking about this now, right? And some of the stuff we talking about is gonna get old, right? Like by tomorrow.
By tomorrow, yeah.
Does that play a role with like play a role in it where people see something they want like that immediate like answer, like the microwave effect?
It probably does, but it shouldn't. You shouldn't cancel somebody publicly. You shouldn't like disregard them as a human being based on just speculation. Right? If it came out like if he was like, "Yo, I shot her," and then she was like, "Yeah, he shot me," like day one, then okay, I can see where you're going with it. But there, like nothing for months. It was just dry. Nobody said anything. Right? There was no like factual evidence. And now it's like, yeah, fuck Tory Lanez, fuck Megan Stallion now. And now you don't even know what to believe.
Because you know what it is? Like, everybody's on their phone. Everyone's flicking. Everyone's, like, going through information real quick.
Yeah.
And so, like, when they see something, like, the first thing they're going to do is they're going to make a response. Right. So, like, that's their first reaction.
Take a second, man. Think about it.
I feel like, too, you know what? Like, I guess if he is finally charged or arrested or, like, whatever happens, I feel like we should, like, do, like a whole timeline of, like, what happened and like really try to like
Are we ever gonna find out what happened?
But,
like,
no, I don't know. I'm just saying like
if he is convicted, is that like a real justification of him committing the crime? Because we know how law works in America, right?
Yo,
just because you convicted don't mean that you did it.
He's not a citizen from here, isn't he? Is he Canadian?
Yeah,
like, wouldn't they deport him?
No, he's from Canada.
Like he's from Canada.
He did get deported, didn't he? Or
I don't know. I'm asking. Just throwing it
he said he was in Miami. He said
living his best life.
He said on the album, he said, y'all talking about free Tory. I was in something in Miami. Like
but yeah, I don't know. I hate like how culture is right now where it's
cancel culture.
Yeah, like we judge, jury, and
executioner.
Yeah, like,
that's media for you. That's
get the facts. I feel like with the timeline, it's like sometimes sometimes you gotta like slow down and just like zoom out and just watch some things. Like let the information come in and like let's evaluate it a little better before just judging based on a headline. Because even yesterday, like I feel like what was yesterday, the day before, people saw like saying that there's like there's no charges against Tory Lanez, and like people were quick to judge that, and get at Meg. That's why.
That's what I'm saying. Like
that's why she got back at y'all. Like, yo, that's fake.
Yeah.
And we just really didn't people just didn't take the time to like evaluate it. Yep. It's just based on the headline. That's why this fake news stuff is like really a living, breathing thing, where like the fake news to some people is realer than the real news.
Right.
You know what I mean? The fake news is the truth because one, they seen it so much, you start thinking this is true, and you're not even stopping and looking, thinking like, is this true? Like, yo, what I'm seeing right now, is it true?
Where are you getting your news from?
Yeah, I was just about to ask, like, you have to sit there and think about, like, where are you getting your information from? Like, are you getting your information from social media and be like, it's funny because, like, my parents are older and they believe anything that they see on WhatsApp. And they be sending me, like, I've been looking at them, like, yo, what are you sending me? Like, yo. And, like, I be speaking to my sister and, like, she be sending me info. I'm like, yo, did you do research on this? Did you, like, figure out, like, is this true or not?
Right.
And I always, like, whenever they give me anything, I throw it back at them. We're like, yo, do your research first before you send this to me.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? And people don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, they just like, okay, I just read this. All right, it sounds interesting. Let me send it off. And people reading it off, and they take it for what it is.
Yeah, I mean, that's the times we live in now. Everything is fast.
It's quick.
Fast paced. That's the same thing with Ice Cube. A couple days, not days.
Months ago,
yeah.
Back in October, September. Yeah, Ice Cube had the plan, whatever, and he was like, he tried to talk to the Democrats about it. They didn't want to hear him, but the Republicans wanted to hear him about it, and he said that he brought it to them. And people were like, cancel Ice Cube. I'm like, how you canceling Ice Cube? Like, you talking about the dude that brought you Friday, the dude that brought you, like, Boys in the Hood. Well, he was a part of Boys in the Hood. Like,
and like
he done hired a whole bunch of, like, say, black actresses, black actors for the barbershop movies, the series, like, Boys in the Hood,
for the black
Fuck
community.
the Police. Yeah. Like, him.
Yeah, it was quick.
Y'all want to cancel him?
It was quick to cancel.
Come on, man. Like, nah. Some people body of work, it might seem crazy at the moment. Some people may look at it like, oh, he's working with the Republicans, Trump, whatever. It may look crazy, but like try to figure out like, why? What was their reason for doing it? And also too, I feel like it's old to them that look at like what they've done previously before just like writing them off.
Yeah. Same thing with Kendrick in the summertime where they were like, yo, you're not in the front lines. You're not repping Black Lives Matter.
Heard
His
about
whole
that.
discography is Black Lives Matter.
Yeah.
It's just
I heard
like,
about that.
what type of shit?
And again, like I said last time, like, yo, you do not want your leaders on the battlefield. Because it's like in war, like the leader head get chopped off.
That's it.
All the soldiers is in disarray.
Chaos.
Hold up, tell me. Didn't they say the same thing about J. Cole too?
Yeah.
I remember them saying about J. Cole, like during the whole Black Lives Matter, like, where you at J. Cole? Like, how come you not saying nothing? I recall that.
It's the same people that were saying that shit though don't listen to their music about the shit that they fucking mad about, you know. But
yeah, that's why Chappelle made that that comedy sketch, that Netflix one. For the name of it. Actually, no, it was 8 minutes and 46 seconds, the same amount of time the cop had his knee on George Floyd's neck.
Yeah, it was on YouTube, right? Something like that.
Yeah, Netflix.
Okay, I do remember watching it.
Yeah, but he's talking about it. He's like, yo, like, he's like, I think he was like responding to Don Lemon. He was like, I don't need to be out here. Like, the streets are speaking. Like, you know what I mean? Like, let the street, like, you know, let the street speak. Like, the people are talking. Like you don't need to be out and just have a response for everything. Like, evaluate the situation again. Evaluate, see what's going on. You know what I mean?
But while we're on the topic, do you think Black culture or society in general, do you think they lack a voice and a face right now? Like, who do you think is the voice for Blacks right now?
I don't think we have them.
Do you think we need one?
No.
Why not?
Let me say this.
Go ahead.
LGBTQ. Who's their face? Right, you don't know.
I don't know.
Jewish people, who they face? You don't know.
I don't know.
White people, who's their face? You don't know.
Trump.
Like,
Well, you can say
right?
Trump.
I'm just saying, like, you know, like, and we started talking about, like, you know, going down a whole bunch of other groups. They don't have a face, right? Or one person per se. When we think about like Black people, like that's when people want to say, "Where's our face? Where's our leader?"
All right, but let me counter with this.
Yeah.
I don't mean to cut you off, but you can argue that white people have Trump as their face. You can argue, right? You can't make an argument for Blacks or Hispanics or LGBTQ or like my thing is I don't. When you ask me that question, there's nothing that comes to my mind. Who is leading that charge? But when you ask me who's leading white people, I immediately know Donald Trump. And is that because, or is that the reason why they're in the position of power that they're in? Do we need a face?
I mean, you could say Trump because I mean it's probably stereotype too. But I feel like for example, like, you know, Jewish people, like they're one of the strongest groups in the world. Like, period. Like they have like in many countries that they're in, they have like one of the lowest populations, but they're always like one of the strongest groups, you know. Now it's not for all of them, obviously, but like, you know, overall I think like, you know, they're one of the strongest groups. And they don't necessarily have like a face to their people, you know. But, you know, you get to a certain point of like different groups where like you don't necessarily need a particular leader because you have so many people on the same page. You know what I mean? Like, you think about some things that happen in certain groups, like, they don't protest. Like, they just take action.
Sometimes you need to ask yourself, like, so what are Jewish people doing differently that other groups that are not doing?
But even when you talk about Jews, like, just in the history, right? You talk about the Holocaust, and just throughout their entire history, Jews have been, what's the fucking word? Like, targeted, right? We'll just say targeted.
Okay.
Same thing as Blacks and Hispanics.
Okay.
But when you look at history, whites haven't been targeted. Whites have always had, we'll say, their quote-unquote leaders. So my thing is, the question I'm trying to ask is, like, why or what's keeping Blacks, Hispanics, minority races from getting to that level as well? Right? Because we're always targeted peoples. Is it because we don't have a leader to fight back, or is it because we don't have a leader in power? And you could say Barack Obama was a face. We could talk about that at a different time. Right? Just because you're colored and you're in a position of power doesn't necessarily mean you represent that group of people that you look like. Right? Just because we have Kamala Harris right now in power doesn't necessarily mean that she will represent minority races the way we want her to.
Okay, I see what you mean.
Like I don't know like who leads us, right? Where you can say in history, white people have, you can pick out in any era one white person or multiple white people that have led whites to supremacy, quote unquote.
I feel like there are like strong black leaders out right now, and they're pushing the black agenda. It's just we don't have that one specific that you're trying to say. Like that.
And what I'm saying is like, because we lack that? Is that why we're not at a higher?
But if you ask me, like, I don't think that's a problem. Like, I feel like you need many.
Okay.
Like many leaders of like, you know, many leaders of different, like, you know, places, organizations. Like you have you have plenty of people who like are, say, black, rich, influential.
I agree.
There's plenty of them. But, you know, again, it comes back to this media thing we mentioned earlier. Like, sometimes the media start telling you this all the time, and then you start freaking saying it back. And you know damn well that shit ain't true. You know what I mean? When they say, like, yo, ain't no rich black people, like, what? Like, there's plenty of rich black people. Like, you know what I mean? I could look at. All you need to do is, like, start following certain people on Instagram, and you'll see it. You know what I mean? You follow Black Millionaires, you follow We Buy Black, you follow, like, you know, these different pages. You start seeing, like, yo, there's plenty of rich black people out here. But the media, like, kind of, like, tells you that. You start believing in that lie, and then you start saying it back. You know what I mean? It's like, the other day we had a conversation, I want some other coworkers that mentioned about, like, there aren't, you know, students, they just think about being basketball players, rappers, et cetera, and we're just saying it, you know, to them because, like, we're having the expectations on them because of what, you know, we hear in the media. You know what I mean? So this is why, like, the media is a strong tool that needs to be not only evaluated and checked, but, like, also to be used, you know, for, like, you know, for good.
But you know that's never gonna happen.
So how do you think we can control that though?
Building wealth. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like, to me, like, that's one of the biggest answers, like, to just, like, build wealth. Like, once you build wealth, then you're able to, like, have influence on a plethora of things, whether it be politics, whether it be media, you know, and you go from there, really, you know, the culture. Like, I feel like once you, because, like, politics, honestly, like, people say it's all about voting. It is about voting, but a big portion of that too is about the money to influence the votes.
That's absolutely true.
That's more important than the individual saying I'm going to vote. You know, so people talk about, like, you know, they say, well, I don't like who was in office, blah blah blah. I'm like, if you didn't vote and you didn't donate any money, shut up. Yeah, shut up. Like, you shouldn't be talking. Just shut up. If you didn't vote or donate money to any political party that you wanted to be in office, whatever, just shut up. Because, like, you just, like, running your mouth. You know.
With no solution.
Yeah, with no solution. And then, you know, it's funny. I mean, it's funny. People talk all day about problems, and, like, you start mentioning solutions to them, and they have nothing to say. And it's like, wait, you the first one to complain about stuff.
Yo, I hate whenever you have an argument with somebody, and I'm like, yo, look, I'm not trying to here to argue with you. Like, yo, let me get a solution. Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Let's try to figure this out. I'm not trying to go back and forth with you right now.
Like, you have your opinion, I have my opinion.
Yeah, exactly.
What are we gonna do next?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, what's the
But do you think it's purposely, like, people just don't want to get there sometimes? Because it's like, all right, because me talking about problems all day, that's not really doing nothing for me, like, say, physically. Like, I don't have to, like, say, get up and go out and move.
I think
but,
it's
like,
too hard for people to, like, take that.
Yeah, we talk about solutions. Is like, damn, now I gotta get up.
And I gotta do
damn,
something.
now I gotta really do this. Now I gotta do that. Like, you know what I mean? Do you think, like, that's it?
Yeah, I think people, even though people complain, I think they're still content in where they are. Because that's all they know, too, at
like,
the end of the day.
They're in their comfort zone, man, and it's really hard just trying to get out your comfort zone.
Like, if all you know is poverty, right? What else is there? Like, if all you know is New York, we were talking about it earlier, right? You need to get out of New York to see other views and point of views and stuff, right? If all you know is poverty, then what else do you know? you don't know how to be rich. You don't know what money is.
You're absolutely true, because if that's your mentality, even if you have money, you're still gonna be poor.
Yeah. You're not wealthy.
Yeah, exactly.
The mindset is crazy.
That mindset is crazy.
You're rich, but you're not wealthy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
No, that's true, man. Mindset is definitely. It's definitely like one of those things, man. That like, once you change the mindset of people, that's it, bro. You take it anywhere.
Yeah, you can go anywhere.
You take
Literally
it anywhere.
Yeah.
Because now you're not looking at things the same. Like, yo, you can be in a poor environment, poor space, but you start looking at things like, oh, I can make this
Dollar off
move.
of
I can make that move. I can make that move. But if you're always thinking down, you're always gonna have like, damn, this thing is attacking me. That thing's attacking me. This is a problem. That's a problem. You're not thinking about if I solve that problem, I could like monetize that solution. You know what I'm saying? So
Big brain.
This is different. But we getting there. As a people, we getting there.
You think we'll see real progress within the next 4 years? And when I say progress, I mean like progress to like racial inequalities, financial. I mean, I'll give this to Trump. We've had one of the best or better economies under his presidency, minus COVID. Right, COVID fucked everything up.
Okay.
I'll give him that. But economy-wise, he was doing a lot for America.
Yeah, if you have money,
if you got money.
if you kind of wish Trump was still around.
Yeah, but we getting that $1,400, man.
Man, that ain't nothing, bro.
We getting that 14. You know.
Paying a bill off.
Hey, that's just going straight to bills, dog. I don't know. Y'all got anything y'all want to add in? Chime in before we close it up.
This is actually kind of cool.
Yeah, we coming back next week.
Let me know what y'all talking about, yo.
Back to the stool.
Back to this.
Listen, if you give me any reason to leave the crib, I'm out, son. I'm here.
You're about to be a regular.
Yo, Lou, I got a pack for you. Yo, actually, yeah. Yo, did you watch on Crack Era?
No,
on Netflix.
You're telling me to watch it.
On Netflix, yeah. I think I told you to watch that.
Yeah.
Yo,
What's that about?
it's just basically how like the CIA bought cocaine
To the hood.
over, and like so the CIA bought cocaine over into America so that they could fund the war in Nicaragua.
Speak on it.
And basically they spoke about them that cocaine then came to the hood, right? And the people in the hood, since cocaine's a rich drug, right?
That's
that was really
true.
in certain areas, and people in the hood, they got the cocaine and they start cooking it up and turn it into crack.
Mm-hmm.
So cocaine and crack is the same drug, it's just a different form of itself. Cocaine's a more diluted version. And in the movie documentary, they spoke to that, like how the government brought it over here, and then they start talking about the war on drugs, and really they started militarizing the police to like attack black people specifically, and they start talking about like 1 gram of crack. Like you got the same amount of time if you're found with 100 grams of cocaine, but it's the same drug.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So like it really just got into it, like how
There's a war on drugs. Right?
and the government knew about it the whole time, which is like come back to like who do you trust? And in the movie they allude to that they really bought the cocaine into like America, into the inner cities to try cancel out the Black Panthers. The progress they're making. And how crack really just and then too, not only that was to then like say was then to feed on the prison system, because then you had now you had like more people going to prison, because crack, you caught a little bag of weed of crack, like you gonna get like 20-40 years in prison.
Yeah, and that in turn messes up the entire black family.
Yeah.
Right, you take away the head of the household, black male. Now the black woman is in charge, and again, we already know history towards women, especially black women.
Yeah.
And that's how you start breaking that shit down, man. Like,
other thing too, like they start talking about how the media played a big role in that too, like with the perception of like the crack person. Like, you know, you saw like the black woman on crack in TV shows. You didn't see, you know, it as an addiction. You just saw it as like this them, like that's a problem that
they have.
You problem.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. You didn't see it as addiction. Right. And then nowadays, I mean, look at like, you know, comparison between like heroin back in the 50s and 60s, right? Where like people in the inner city were, you know, using heroin and they were locked up, you know what I mean, mistreated. And nowadays, like you got like another group of people using heroin, and we see that it's an opioid problem.
They're not ready for that one though.
Yeah, that sounds like a whole other topic right there. Yeah.
Well, it's definitely a good show. Like,
I'm gonna watch that because I know a little bit about the history between the crack cocaine.
Yeah, crack era.
Crack era on Netflix.
Crack era, Netflix. Yeah.
Did they talk about like who started off crack? Wasn't it like Freeway Rick Ross or something like that?
He was in it. He was in it.
I feel like he was the first person that did the freebase and all that. And
Richard Pryor with the freebase.
Yeah, he
burned himself.
He cooked the cocaine or something. Like he first cooked cocaine and I don't know, baking soda or something like that.
Made it crack.
Yeah,
and if you watch, I don't know if you guys watch 13th Amendment.
That's dope.
And it just shows it's great. But like if you watch both of them, like it just shows like I mean it's two different, you know, movies, two different, you know, producers, whatever. But it really just like is a real good like supplementary for each other, compound on top of each other. You know, where the 13th you know, really lays like the foundational work, and then like this just like puts it like right on top of it. Whereas it's like it was like 13th Amendment was there's no more slavery except if
you're a criminal.
If you're a criminal. So all they did was shifted from you being a slave to now you know on the field in the farm to now you being a slave in the prison.
Chain gangs and all that.
Yeah. So that it's crazy, and like, you know, we just want people to be just more aware, what's going on.
Of what's really like happening, you know, like in your surroundings. But damn, man, I don't want to end it on a sad
Well, what's
note.
in your what's in your? I mean, still on Instagram, right?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah, what's on your timeline?
I'm on Instagram, but I'm not on like that. But
yeah, what's in your timeline? What's something in your timeline, man?
What's on my timelines?
Yeah, what's something you've been seeing on your timeline that you say you want to talk to?
What I be looking on my timeline? I don't know, the whole Bernie Sanders thing, like the whole.
It's hilarious.
It's hilarious. That's what I've been seeing on my timeline for the most.
Bernie Sanders.
What's on your timeline?
Me?
Yeah, what's on it, man?
Be honest with you, be real with you, like on my like Insta, like I just follow like a whole bunch of like
financial
like black entrepreneurs, like anything to do with like building wealth, like period, not even just black, like, you know, anything to do with like, you know, like has to deal with building wealth, but especially if you're a black entrepreneur, like I just be following that. So that's all I be seeing, like black millionaires, you know, all that good stuff.
That's dope.
Yeah.
And again, like if that's what you see, right?
That's what I'm gonna be.
That's what you gonna make. Yeah.
Yo, starting Monday is restaurant week, so go out and support your black restaurants.
For sure.
Yeah.
You got any like on the top of your head?
Not off the top of my head, but you can do your research.
Yeah, for sure.
Cantina, White Plains.
Yeah.
I'm actually gonna go there tomorrow.
New York.
I'm going there tomorrow.
You going there tomorrow?
Support your black restaurants, man. They need it.
For sure.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely. All right, man. So this is the official second episode of Slow It Down podcast.
Wait, what are you gonna call this one?
I don't know. I usually listen to it. I just pick something up. That sounds crazy.
I know there's a lot that you're gonna have to edit.
No, we don't edit over here, man. This shit goes straight like how it is.
Nah, I ain't gonna edit much.
You know, he already deleted the. We're not gonna mention those comments, but they on camera, so if you forget to edit those out, bro. But yeah, man, thank y'all for. Oh, actually, thank y'all for the support that y'all gave us last week on episode 1.
For sure.
I think I was looking at it. Today or yesterday we had like 60 views.
Oof.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like a lot, but like that's a lot to us.
Bro.
You know, like.
Yeah.
So from the bottom of our hearts, we really appreciate you guys. Thank y'all so much for
everybody.
Thank y'all so much for taking the time out to listen to us. You know, we're just two kids from the Bronx.
Right.
I'm not from the Bronx though.
Yeah, fucking Queens ass.
Next time I come here, I'm
honestly,
gonna
thank you
have
guys so
Brooklyn
much.
tattoo.
Man, shut up, man. I'm trying to give a closing.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
God damn it. Yeah, thank y'all so much for taking the time out to listen to us. Please leave comments down below what we should change, what we should add, any topics that y'all want to talk about. If y'all want to jump on the show, we can definitely do Zoom meetings. If you live close by in the Bronx or something, maybe we can link up and shoot a video with you guys. But definitely, like, you know, add comments down below. Talk to us. We'll definitely talk to you guys. And again, thank you so much for the love. This is episode 2. We'll see y'all next week.
Slow down.